Well, good morning or good afternoon or whatever it is for everybody watching today. This is the second game for our Packer JV team in the Kaposia Classic Tournament, facing off against Eastridge. We just had the starting lineups, and now we'll have the national anthem. Now this will be a rebroadcast of the game, as we cannot live stream from this arena. All right, I don't know how this audio is going to turn out, but here we go. This is the vantage point we have for this game, like it or not. Hopefully we'll be able to see some things. I'm going to try to get this all in one shot, all in one taping. Otherwise, if I'm running out of batteries, I may have to stop and not do in between periods. I have limited battery here on my camera. It may have to be uploaded in 3 different pieces each period, but we'll see. Well, welcome everybody. The JV team lost a heartbreaker yesterday in overtime to Hibbing in the first round. So this is where we find ourselves today. I think you can see the scoreboard in the upper part of the shot when we look at the far end of the arena, so no need to go over the time and whatnot. And we're underway. If the play is going to be in that far end for a period of time, I'll try to zoom in, but it's going to be tough zooming in and out. We might have to keep this level the whole time of zoom. We'll see. So we got a face off right away. There was an offsides. South St. Paul controls the draw. That's Erb pushing it up and out. She gets it to Kavillhag. Kavillhag's going to throw it the length of the ice. Now we'll go in on the forecheck. Battle in that far right corner. Packers trying to get it to the point. They do. Albin over to Schultz. Schultz is being pressured. She just had to throw it into that far corner. That was a savvy move. Another battle. Out comes Kavillhag with it. She rips one. Goalie gets a piece and sends that wide of the net. Oh. South St. Paul doing an awfully slow change. We had 4 players, took a long time to get off the bench. Nonetheless, Mulroy picks it up, backhand right out in front, and nobody in front of the net for the Packers. Shoot, I don't have my roster and I'm getting some of these names mixed up. I think that's Getke down there. Getke loses an edge. Now Eastridge breaks out. Gorman has it, kind of a little lull. Everyone was waiting to see what Gorman was going to do with it. Both teams alike, but Mulroy backhanding it up to Perrin. Over to Getke. Rosie Gogola out there on defense along with Gorman. A lot of neutral zone play with the puck right now. Gross is out there. Puck comes deep into South St. Paul's zone. South St. Paul trying to chip it up and out of the zone, off the boards. That's going to go the length of the ice. That'll get South St. Paul a line change, but we'll have to come back in for a defensive zone face-off for the Packers. Yes, we're down to 51% on battery. Looks like I'm going to be either searching for an extension cord or shutting the camera off between periods, I think. We'll see. Herb picks it up. Off the glass, she's going to go around the defender. Can't get around the defender. Uh-oh. Goalie interference. Otis comes over and says, hey, get out of that crease. You don't belong there. It's either Bremer or Ransom in nets for the Pack. I don't remember their numbers. Here comes Eastridge. Nice save by the Packer netminder. I was going to try to... I told myself who had the black helmet for our goal, and now I don't remember. Gosh darn it. Oh no, that shot at a tough angle. I think that was ramped up off the goaltender's stick and right in the corner of the net. The net's off its moorings. No whistle. That's ironic because the Packers had a goal waved off because the net was off just like the one right there, but no whistle. I don't even think the ref made a comment to our goalie as the goalie was trying to put the net back on its moorings. So probably if the refs would have seen that, would have been a no goal. Maybe that's a, where something where the goaltender has to make it obvious and even push it off more so the ref sees it. So Eastridge gets the first goal on a tough shot, tough angle, I should say. It gets by Gogola into the near corner. Here comes Schultz. Rings it around the boards. Mulroy's there. Sprigal is there. Comes into the near corner. Here's Gogola again. So St. Paul struggling to chip it up and out of the zone. Mulroy has it. Hits the ref here. Come on, ladies, you got to keep skating your whole shift. Let's go. Good job by DeMulling. Gets it up and out of the zone. But it comes right back. So South St. Paul struggling a little bit now in their defensive zone. Perrins helping Schultz. Schultz picks it up, and now she says, heck with it, I'm skating it out of the zone. There's a shot that hits the pipe. There's another turnaround shot that goes wide. I think the Packers need a line change. Excuse me. Yeah, I hear the players calling for an ice. That might have been the goaltender. Schultz does a good job trying to get it out, but it just goes to the point. Oh, give that to your goalie to let him cover it up. Schultz again tries to get it out of the zone. That's blocked at the blue line. Now it comes out. Now Packers are going to get a line change. We've got Spreigel down in on a forecheck, slowing up Eastridge till we can get another line out there. Gross has the puck. She tries to get it in the zone. Herb turns, gives it up to Otis. Otis fires it up to Evazich. That doesn't connect. That puck goes up and out over the top of the glass, so we'll get a face-off to the left of the Packer netminder. That's a good save by Ransom. Cavilhog does a good job pinning up behind the glass. Behind the glass, then she'd be out of the rink. What am I saying? Behind the net. Cavilhog up to Herb, just misses. Good job by Otis clearing that puck. Packers got to get out of their defensive zone. Come on, Lee, there we go. Herb slides it over to Evazich. Oh, Evazich just missed the pass. That would have been a good opportunity for the Packers to get the equalizer. I think that might have went off a Packer. I don't think that went in off Eastridge. Maybe it did, but that puck was just tossed out front. There was a lot of Packer bodies there, and somehow it found its way to the back of the net. So an early 2-0 lead for Eastridge. 6:36 left in this first period. Mulroy's going to be on the draw. They got to cut this lead in half here, quick. Come on, ladies. Something about the net. Did the net come off the moorings again? Musta. I think they're saying maybe they're talking about if the net's off, it's a no goal. And then he's probably saying he didn't know the net was off. Whatever. Oh, there's a little physicality behind the net. That was on Albin. Shot on the net. The Eastridge goalie covers it up. That'll get a face-off to the left of the Raptor netminder. I think Eastridge is the Raptors, aren't they? Something like that. Right out front, Evazich tries to corral it. That was Herb had it, just fired it. Kept in by the Packers. Putting on the pressure right out front. Herb backhands it to the net. Kavilhag was rushing the net, but can't get there before the goaltender smothers that one. Trying to get that pass out in front of the net. There's fired by Herb, but no one was there for the Packers. Right now, looking at what they're doing offensively, I think we need our defense to get a little bit more involved. They got to start coming down the slot or pinching a little tighter, get some more offensive chances. Take the puck. Play the body, play the body. There's a nice save. Oh, a clearing attempt by Gorman. There's another centering attempt, and there's a nice save. Come on, guys. There you go, there you go. Good job by Gross clearing out a player from that crease. That's what we got to have. Let the goalie get the puck. We got to take the bodies out of the way. That was a nice job by Mira Gross, letting her goalie get that puck, and she just took the body. Good work by Gross again, throwing that puck into the corner. There's Gorman, flips it up, but it's went to Sprigo, but she had a defender right on her, so that doesn't materialize. Go, someone get it. Otis chips it off the boards and a little too far. Come back here for a face-off. We're down to 41. Shoot. Yeah, we're gonna have to stop this unless they start the second right away. Good save by Ransom. Boy, I sure hope I got the goalies right. I'll call this goalie Ransom, and the next one's going to be Bremer. I should check that. Evazich picks that loose puck up. Trying to hold my coffee and do the camera at the same time. I should probably put the coffee down, huh, guys? So I could work the zoom a little bit better. Nice job pushing it back in the zone. Kavilhag, Herb. And Ransom covers that one up. I don't know, maybe they're not going to switch goalies. I don't know if Bremer played that whole first game or if they switched like they were doing kind of at the beginning of the year, half and half. Good save by Ransom. Here comes Mulroy. Good crafty work by Mulroy, getting it all the way down the length of the ice. Right out front, Albin had it on her backhand, couldn't get it to the forehand in time to get something to the net. Come on, slow them up coming out of that zone. That goes up and hits a player on the Packer player bench, so that's going to get a face-off. They're coming into our zone. Hey, is that Joey out there? Joey Garcia? Refn, great to see him. Have to be sure I say hello. Gorman, nice move, but she loses the puck. We had players that were not skating very hard. You got to skate and get out of that zone. Here comes Kavilhag. Now Evazic picks it up. Herb has it, throws it in the zone. Looks like Gorman's coming off for a change. In comes Josie Albin. Schultz tries to backhand it up and out of the zone. Kavilhag battles in the near corner. We'll get a face-off to the left of Ransom. We've only got 47 seconds left in this first period. Gorman throws it behind the net to her defensive mate, Albin. Packers can't do anything with it, comes right back in. Now Gorman has it. She says, heck with it, this time I'm just going to skate this baby out. And we've got a penalty, I think. What do we have? Interference? No. Offsides? I don't know what we're calling here. Yeah, we got a penalty. Checking. So on that Packer rush, I don't know if that was Gorman still rushing the puck. I couldn't tell her if she gave it up to one of her forwards, but they draw the checking penalty, and that'll get the Packers a power play. Well, it'd be nice if they could cut this lead in half with 22 seconds left in the first. Oh. Well, that's going to do it for the power play. Or no, not for the power play. That's going to do it for the rest of that first period. But here, you know what? I'm going to stop it, conserve the little battery that we can. So we'll start at the beginning of the second for everybody.